Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you that technically got a little bit interrupted. There were some sound issues, so I thought I would start over again. I have linked the first part of the reading in the description box below, but essentially what we have is King of Cups. That could be anybody, doesn't have to be a man, right? But this King of Cups is somebody that is seen as emotionally mature, highly desirable. You have your crap together, right? So with the Five of Wands, there are competing energies that are interested in pursuing something serious with you. But there is, in particular, somebody who wants to tell you that one of the people interested in you is not serious or is a bit of a player. The issue is they're worried if I come through and I tell you you can't trust that person, and I also want to tell you that I have a thing for you, are you going to believe me about the other person, or are you going to think that I'm just being manipulative? So let's call in spirit with a little bit of Winchanta. And I'll tell you more about the cards that I've drawn already. But if you would like a personal reading, my email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. That's in the description box below. And right below that, you can find information on my memberships. Thank you to the current members. I appreciate you. So we had from the What's the News Oracle deck, we had somebody who is experiencing distress or is nervous because of the impending or like inevitable announcement that somebody has gotten into a relationship. So we've got somebody who's concerned that this King of Cups is maybe going to get into a relationship with somebody that is distrustful or not really being honest about what they're looking for. This is somebody who is not really prioritizing the King of Cups or treating the King of Cups the way they deserve to be treated. This is somebody who really likes to be given attention or pursued, right? And there's a third party who's watching this saying, hey, I don't think you should be in a relationship with this player. They're not going to do right by you. So this person who knows what's going on is the Hermit. They have a crush on you, but they also feel like there's someone pursuing you that would not treat you right. And they view you very highly. They view you as like their dream person. So this is the problem, right? If I tell you what I know, are you going to think that I'm just saying this because I want you to be with me? Or are you going to see that I'm actually telling you the truth? Are you going to believe me, basically, right? But with the Three of Cups, we know that there is somebody else that has the attention of the player. I don't know if I have a name for the player yet. We could just call them the player. But if I say something, Five of Swords, to tell you the truth about this player, are you just going to think I'm trying to sabotage it, that I have, ulterior motives with the moon in the reverse? Will it actually make you feel like you shouldn't reject this person? How do I approach this conversation? Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I'm worried that if I tell you the truth, you're going to assume the worst of me and maybe even assume that you shouldn't be friends with me, or you shouldn't talk to me, or that, I'm just jealous. So I think this is somebody basically realizing I have to like come with receipts. I have to show why I feel this way, or like how I know what I know. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that, Renee. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you, Realm of Bedlam. What else do we have? Lessons, distress, dark night of the soul, loss, experience, and cleanse. Salt, sage, soak, detox, and revive. Obviously, they're coming through as the Hermit. They have gone through quite a lot in their life. They do know how to read people. They do know how to, manage their emotions. But I feel like that's why they know this is a tricky conversation to have, right? If I were in your place, I would think somebody was just trying to like knock out the competition, right? Hey, Steven, how are you doing? Energy, life force, chakras, Reiki, intangible, subtle, and crystals. So they're hoping to come through with a more subtle energy, not something that is like pushy or manipulative. This is the Noisy Tarot. Aw, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Hierophant in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, then. Well, it's like, I don't want to not say anything, because if I say nothing, then I have to watch you go through a difficult experience. I have to watch you be mistreated by this person. It kind of feels to me like the Hermit is friends with this person. Maybe with both of them. Hanged Man, the Moon, and the Ten of Cups. I'm torn. I'm not decided. I can't figure out what I should do because I know the other side of this person. So this feels to me like I know who you are. I know that my friend is interested in you. I have an admiration for you as well. And you've only seen like the sweet side of the player. But I know the other side. I know what happens when they get bored. I know what happens when there's somebody else that's interested in them. This is like, I've seen that person's Tinder. Yeah, no, it is ugly. Ugly. Yeah. It's like, I want to warn you. But then I'd have to what? Like, keep my crush for you like secret, because then you wouldn't listen to my warning. Would I have to sacrifice potentially being with you in order to make sure that you're not with this person? Like, how do I do this? Hey, Key Controller, how's it going? Five of Wands in the reverse. I don't think you know this person likes you. Or like, it's a little bit more than like, it's a little bit more than a crush. It's like, I really think you're amazing. But this person that you're dealing with, I don't think they are taking it seriously. They see that you are a catch and they don't feel like this player deserves a minute of your time. Queen of Cups is in the reverse because it's like saying anything is just going to come through as, I don't think you should like anybody that isn't me. Ten of Wands in the reverse, Nine of Cups. How do I get what I want? How do I say what I want? How do I protect somebody that doesn't deserve to be mistreated by this player? Like, they're anxious, struggling to focus on things. But this is a high vibe person. This is somebody who has respect for you. This is the Jack-o'-lantern Tarot. Five of Wands, clarifying the Five of Wands in the reverse. Wild. And we had the Five of Wands at the beginning too. So Six of Cups in the reverse. Somebody who's still kind of living a selfish, immature lifestyle. I do feel like these people know each other. We work with each other or we're friends. And they're interested in you, but not in the way you think they are. They lose interest quickly. And the Hermit is like, you deserve somebody who's actually interested in this relationship. So we have the World and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. How can I warn you so that you don't like overinvest in this connection? So you don't See what somebody might be able to be, but isn't. This is not a good situation. Hey, I just want to tell you that my friend is an awful person and you shouldn't date them. Also, I think you're real hot. Yeah, no, it's not an easy conversation. Knight of Swords, 10 of Swords in the reverse, clarifying the 10 of Wands in the reverse, by the way. 10s represent completion, as does the world, and the 2 of Wands. So if I tell you the truth that the person that you're interested in is a horrible person, could I perhaps make it better for you by letting you know that I am interested in you? Oh, I know you're not sad anymore, right? Because I'm so great. It's like, oh my God. Every time I try to say this, every time I try to express it, it's like, it sounds awful, right? I hope you get that key controller. I mean, kind of. Maybe just a queen who likes ice. What else do we have? Judgment. I think this is the Hermit thinking, okay, I have to bring receipts. So what can I do? Okay, well, I have this text message or I have this screenshot. It's like, I can prove this. That's not difficult. The Hermit is like, this player says playerish things all the time. Just wait, hold on. Here we go. How about this? Look at this. So there's a validation, okay? I feel this is how they end up going with it. Hey, I would feel like a bad person if I didn't tell you what I know because I know you're getting involved with this player. Can I just show you something? Yes. Here's what this person said to me about you or about someone else or about their weekend plans, or here's a screenshot from their message thread, whatever it is. It's truth. So now it's like, okay, what do I really want? Well, I don't want to deal with a person like that. So now the Hermit is like, okay, so I've done like my good deed of the day. Another Hermit. But there's something else. Like, I know you deserve better. This person isn't going to offer that to you. And I feel like I need to show you for sure. Here's the communication I have with this person, or here's what they, talk about. But I could, also potentially let you know that I have a crush on you. It's like, they lose, like, their confidence evaporates, and it's like they trail off when they're talking about, but I like you too. But like, I would be good to you. Trying to test the waters. Hello, Pharaoh. How are you doing? This is the Earth and Bone Oracle. Roots, number 10, endowment, ancestry, memory, legacy, and tradition, and crossed, choices, stuck, searching for purpose, daydreaming, and indecision. So I know that you're interested in being in a committed relationship and you're at a point where you're thinking about what you want to choose, or you're daydreaming about a life with this person, but I know something about them that you may not. 41, nest, charity, generosity, sharing, and support. Honestly, for some of you, this Hermit decides, I just don't know how to add anything about having a crush on this person myself. Maybe I just need to like tell them what I tell them about this player and then just like walk away. They just don't feel good about this conversation. Like, it doesn't sound right if I meld these two like subjects together. It just seems like I'm being manipulative. Woman without a shirt. This is the King of Cups or the third party. Yeah, basically this is saying there's a person who's claiming they're looking for a relationship, but they're not. They're just looking to play games. So there's a choice that has to be made, and this hermit has been in a situation like this before. That's part of why they feel so motivated to tell this King of Cups, don't pursue this connection. This person can't be trusted, because the hermit themselves has gone through a similar situation. I got caught up on a person that I thought was going to be, you know, loyal or in a relationship, and it was not fun. Or I've seen what happened when someone else wanted to be in a relationship with this person. They're like kind of looking out because they wish somebody had done that for them. Number 30, the Lily. So I approach this conversation. I tell the King of Cups, hey, I think you're kind of dealing with somebody that you can't trust, and I don't feel good about keeping what I know to myself because I've been through something like what this person could potentially put you through. So I have some receipts if you want to see them in terms of who this person really is, because quite frankly, I think you deserve better. They show the receipts. This, you know, King of Cups is like, wow, okay, thank you for, you know, telling me what's really going on. And then there's a very awkward silence. Was there something else? I feel like there's a question, right? After this has been discussed and where this hermit might have said, and also I have a thing for you, there's nothing said. And the King of Cups can tell that there's more. And there's this other hesitation, right? Like, okay, now you want to know, should I say something? Should I not? Should I say something? Should I not? No, I should keep it secret. The hermit decides, no, don't say anything. But the King of Cups can tell that there is a secret here. Okay, keep your secrets. But they know something here is going on. It's like you didn't even really have to say anything. King of Cups has figured it out already. Knows that maybe this hermit has a thing. They start to think about it, even though the hermit has said nothing. I did not tell you. I just didn't feel like it was the right time. Whatever. Maybe there'll be like another opportunity and that'll be great. But I just didn't know how to make it not sound like manipulative and weird. I could see that. This is the Signs of Times, or Signs of the Times, I think it is. Anchor, stability. The Hermit is well aware that what the King of Cups is looking for is someone who wants to have more of a companionship, relationship, serious connection, right? Ideally looking to move in together or build a family or a home together. And the Hermit knows that the player is not really ready for that. The player is thinking about all of the other people that could potentially want to get naked with them. So we have yin and yang balance, number 4. This is a reference to the Temperance card that came out at the beginning of the reading. We've got the Hermit acknowledging, I know what you're looking for, and it's not what you're going to find with that player. But do I tell you that you could find it here? Is it too much to tell you that I would be that type of person? Like you're trying to go for the wrong person. All right, let's see. This is the Everyday Tarot. What else do we have? King of Wands in the reverse and the Ace of Cups. I like to let you think that I want to fall in love, but really, just a little bit of a garden tool. The Hermit's trying to find a good way or like semi-respectful way to say, they get around. They don't want to be in a relationship. They just like that everybody wants you. This is somebody who is attracted to the King of Cups, the player that is, because there are other people that want the King of Cups. They want to be able to be like, yeah, I got a yes. And the Hermit is like, don't do that. Don't let them have access. Don't let them think they have a chance because they don't deserve it. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Seven of Pentacles. So there's a reassessment or like I need to think about this. That the King of Cups really considers, conversations, or if they've been on dates, do I really want to deal with this individual? And I think because the Hermit has spoken up, the King of Cups is a little bit more honest with themselves about what has been going on with this player. Maybe I've been, a little bit too forgiving about certain things. Maybe I just kind of like the idea of this person, but in reality, they're not really giving what they should, right? They're not really generous with their time. So they start to see that the Hermit has told the truth. Eight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, but it would have taken me longer to get there. So it's like, thank you, Hermit. I appreciate that you have saved me time. I appreciate that you called to attention some of the things that I'd probably already noticed, but didn't really want to admit that I'd noticed. So Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Knight of Swords in the reverse. So the King of Cups rejects the player. Thanks, but no. I feel like I need to make popcorn. What's going to happen? Is the player going to freak out? I need to know. I don't think the player's going to like this. I feel like they wanted to get some sort of like, I don't know, recognition. Like, are we really, I don't know, maybe these are really young people, but it's like, they wanted to be able to be like, King of Cups. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I did that. Because they want to show off for a group of people. The Tower is a reference to maybe a workplace or group of friends that have always known each other. And I also think that the King of Cups has, in general, been the type to kind of keep to themselves. Because there's this like, a lot of people are interested in you, but not a lot of people have actually been able to get close to you. So we have the Stars, number 16, and the Bear, number 15. Because this Hermit holds back from sharing their own crush or prioritizes their concern for you over their desire for you, there's a spark or chemistry that develops for the King of Cups and the Hermit, right? So in other words, the Hermit has already got feelings or a crush on this King of Cups, but the desire to be protective or tell the truth to the King of Cups inspires love. That's pretty. I like that. So sometimes silence speaks volumes. The King of Cups felt like there was something else the Hermit wanted to say. The Hermit chose not to say it. The King of Cups started to kind of think about it. Well, why would this person go out of their way to tell me the truth about someone? They told me that they think I deserve better. Maybe they have a thing for me. It's like not saying something turns out to be the best possible thing they could have done in terms of their feelings, because what they ended up doing is showing that the King of Cups is important to them. I don't want you to get hurt. I'm going to go out of my way to tell you what's really going on because you deserve better. And that ends up being a winner of a call. Almost like a reverse psychology, but not really. This is the Gypsy Oracle. I suppose sometimes you can't help it. Ooh, see, we got the Pleasure Seekers card. So again, I feel like these are friends, acquaintances, coworkers, but like I know that person and they don't want a relationship. If they're telling you they want a relationship, I wouldn't believe them. And we have enemy. So now that this has happened, now that the King of Cups is no longer interested in the player and the Hermit are maybe no longer on good terms. Now we have the Hermit being kind of like judged, right? Lord in the reverse. How could you undermine that person that way? How could you get involved and tell somebody like what their true intentions were? And I feel like this Hermit is like, I don't care what you think. You're really defending this person? Shows me who you really are. Starts to get the Hermit questioning why they spend time with or hang around these people. Falseness and waiting. Maybe it's time for me to find a new group of friends. Maybe it's time for me to hang out with different people, find a new job, whatever. But y'all suck. You're just like, that's dumb. I told that person the truth because you couldn't. Because you like to misrepresent who you are to people. So if that's what you're about, then I'm going to be like, out of here. Like, okay. If I lose points with my friends for being honest, I don't consider you my friends. It's a falling out for sure. And maybe they knew that was going to happen. They probably knew that was a risk. It might have taken a little while for them to figure out why the King of Cups would say this, or why they decided they weren't interested in the player anymore. But they figure it out. I don't think it's because the King of Cups says anything. Waves, emotions coming and going, grip, anchor, chains, and weighed down. And interlude. I said go make some popcorn, didn't I? So I didn't say that I had feelings for you, the Hermit, speaking to the King of Cups. But the King of Cups has figured out, I think there might be some feelings there. And they actually made my situation much less stressful than it would have been. We have a crush developing for the Hermit on behalf of the King of Cups, right? The King of Cups is starting to return the emotions or the feelings that the Hermit has had for them. You told me the truth, even when it wasn't really easy for you to do so, and I appreciate your concern for me. We have crickets and non-action. And the Twin Flames card. This Twin Flames card, well, like all the Twin Flames card, honestly, they're following me this week. So there is definitely a shift happening for those of you that are dealing with a Twin Flame journey. Hello there, Michael. How are you doing? I'm kind of wondering if I feel like for all of you, really, this is the Twin Flame is either the player or the Hermit, depending on whether or not your Twin Flame has actually gone through the healing. So if this is at the very beginning of your Twin Flame journey, this Hermit person is, this is when they're first expressing their emotions for you. But for those of you that have been going through a Twin Flame journey, you may be finding a new love if your Twin Flame has decided not to heal. For others of you, we have somebody that told you they were Twin Flame, like partner energy for you when they weren't. This is just a manipulative tactic they use to try to control people or get them to feel like they should accept less than they deserve. Because we have the pretending card. I do feel like for a lot of you, this is somebody who is talking about a lot of those things without actually being about those things. What's that like? Yeah. This is somebody who likes to manipulate people to get them to be obsessed or, always wanting more. So they might talk about twin flames. They might talk about soulmates. They might talk about gaslighting in a way that is literally gaslighting you. Do you know what I'm saying? Accusing you of things that they're actually doing, that kind of thing. This hermit knows this behavior is what happens from the player. So there is definitely a falling out, I think, with friends, but also the King of Cups is no longer interested in the player. Not looking for that fake energy, right? All right, let's get a few from the hidden truth. What else do we have? Amen. Vacation time for sure. All right, what else do we have? I still have feelings for you. I am waiting patiently. You broke my heart. I feel like this is the manipulative player energy. I hide my feelings. I admire you. And that's the Hermit. I feel like I can't tell you about my feelings right now because there's been so many other things going on, but I said what I said to try to protect your heart because I feel drawn to you. I feel like there's something between the two of us. And I do think that there is. The King of Cups is starting to return those feelings that the Hermit developed first. But there's this drama because of this player. The player is struggling to let go mostly because they like to win. They say things about, a future together to keep people stuck, but they don't actually want that future. They talk about crying, but I don't know if they actually did. They just like to use people and manipulate people. And the Hermit is like, please don't get stuck in this person's cycle. Because they really do like to make it seem like someone's being mean to them for seeing them for who they really are. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I do feel like things are going to progress with the King of Cups and the Hermit, so maybe we'll have that in the next reading. But it looks like at the very least they've chosen to speak up and make sure that the King of Cups doesn't get caught up in a toxic connection. Hello, SJ. My email address is in the description box below if you'd like a personal reading. Otherwise, I do also have some shorts that have yes/no answers for you at the end. I just uploaded some probably about a week ago. I think I was wearing a poison shirt when I did that. All right. Thanks for the likes and the subscribes. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Toodles.